Agents of Damned is a podcast intended for adults, featuring mature content that includes but is not limited to inappropriate language and themes, verbal depictions of sexual themes and ideas, and potentially triggering depictions of depression, alcoholism, horror, and emotional and verbal abuse. Listener discretion is advised.
We at Agents of Damned would like to give special thanks to third-party creators we are using during this season. Monster stat blocks are coming courtesy of Nerds Gold's Extended Bestiary, as well as Kobold Press's Tome of Beasts 1 and 2. Magic items are coming courtesy of Mr. James Gifford, although there are a few here and there that may be courtesy of our patrons, and we'll shout those out as they come along. You can find all these people at their respective social medias and make sure to continue to give support and thanks to those third-party creators out there. We'd also like to take a moment to give some real special thanks to our friend Eymbr for providing additional music during this episode. You can find her works on her YouTube, spelled Eymbr. Again, that's Eymbr. Some fantastic tracks, and it's a real treat. So, without any further ado, on to the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Agents of Damned, the Contractors arc. I am your Dungeon Master, Drew. But I'm also... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, if you're listening to this, you're probably, remembering this from the far past. Remember that one time when TikTok got banned? Yo, that was wild. Remember that shit? It was a big point of contention, and it was a huge hot button issue,
Really
which
dating
we're going
us
to
here.
get into right now. Before we even start the show, we're going to start a heated debate about the TikTok ban.
I'm not going to let that happen. Hi, guys. I'm cutting Drew off. I'm Xtina, and I play Leah.
Hey guys, I'm Chelsea. I play Tara. Who knows what the future will look like when this episode comes out?
True.
Everyone wants a home, but it's hard to find a good one. The world is uncaring. Hi, I'm Jordan, sometimes Hoshi. I play Post, and also going to do a quick shout out for my sister-in-law's new book, Red Masquerade, which is not new when this comes out, but yeah, go to ShaneMadisonBooks.com and get it. It's spicy vampires.
Very spicy.
Big spicy.
Yeah, no, not for kids, not for kids.
There's wieners in there,
There are wieners.
and then they go places. It's about traveling wieners.
It's not. It's really not.
Read the book about traveling wieners.
Please
Traveling
don't slander
vampire
her.
I just
wieners.
talked to her last night. She told me explicitly that would be traveling wieners. God damn it.
That was, she gave you a different copy. You may
Anyway,
have
Jordan.
noticed hers was drawn with crayon.
Ah, yeah, that's true. And it also had a bunch of stars drawn on the front, and it said for Drew only.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. Anyway, Ladani Prison in Georgia is where Jordan should go for his crimes of still doing the Digimon quote. You had it out. We had gone on to a different subject matter. You could have just kept going.
Yeah, I could have. And I actually debated, just skipping it this week specifically so I could focus more on the shout out. But then I realized, wait, I can do both.
Oh, great.
I'll eventually run out of these,
One day we'll get rid of this.
Depending on how long this campaign is.
Well, that's up to me, and it's also up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see. But we shall also see a recap.
Recap.
Last time on Agents of Damned, Contractors, you guys accepted a mission from Bards Without Borders, or two particular members of Bards Without Borders, Shasta and RC. Some wonderful aerial show bards that are essentially also pirates. The job went off completely uneventfully and without a hitch. There was no combat or murder at all. Just kidding. You guys fought your old pal Snathan and his snenchmen, which are snake henchmen. You killed Snathan and the other snenchmen, except for one. I think one surrendered after everyone was literally dead. And there was one snake that Leo actually managed to convince to just switch sides, and he is now affectionately known as Rear Admiral Snakey, as he immediately joined the crew of Shasta and RC. You guys were able to complete your mission successfully, got yourselves a nice little tidy sum of gold, and having fulfilled your end of the bargain by helping RC and Shasta with their mission, you were able to secure a ride with them on their ship to a point in the middle of the ocean that you were directed to go to by, well, our good friend Tara's Bestie.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna figure out what the hell you guys are doing in the middle of the ocean as we resume our tale.
What the hell are we doing in the middle of the ocean?
That's what we were asking. I mean, we just kind of follow along with you. Do you guys also not know what you're doing in the middle of the ocean?
I'm sorry, this was a private conversation. Just one moment, please.
Oh,
Tara.
sorry. Let me move slightly farther away.
Yeah. Tara, seriously, what the fuck? Do we have any more info?
We're finding the sunken Skyrider temple.
Yeah, you don't remember the whole bathtub incident where
Yeah,
we
you-
were clued
it's
into
like-
the whole going to the temple that's potentially going to collapse in on us?
I don't know, it just felt like an appropriate question to ask.
Do you not pay attention to things, Post?
I absolutely do. No way, yo, Tara.
What?
What? I don't know what's going on with him today.
I don't know and I don't care.
Ooh, Tara.
You hear Bestie in your ear, and she goes "Hey, is the golden one okay?"
I don't know.
I'm never quite sure about him.
I haven't really figured him out either.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys are almost there, so just kind of hang tight and batten down the hatches and trim the mainsails. I don't know a lot of pirate stuff. It's cool you guys are on a pirate ship.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Ooh, you should do that thing where you grab onto a rope and then you cut it and then you use it to fly up on the rope and then land somewhere and do a dramatic pose.
Well, it's not my ship. I don't think I should be doing that.
Okay. You feel the energy within you of a disappointed child. Fine.
The water's weirdly calmed down.
The waves take on a disappointed tone somehow. As you guys approach the point, Bestie kind of rings in your ears once again. She goes all right, you guys are right about there. So you might want to direct your friends to stop the ship, sooner.
I think we're here. I think we're here.
What's happening?
We're here. Stop here.
Right now?
Yes.
Snakey, hit it! Snakey, Rear Admiral Snakey, who we all know and love, and in the interim has a little I think we established this last episode. They put a little pirate hat on him.
I think we did that.
Yeah, he's got a little pirate hat. He goes from manning the ship wheel, goes over to a big lever and pulls it with his whole little snake, with his whole big snake body.
He really moved up the ranks quickly.
He's Rear Admiral Snakey.
Mm-hmm.
So much responsibility.
And he gets the ship to effectively drop anchor, which it can do in the middle of the ocean. Don't at me, ship people. I don't know about ships. Leave me alone.
It's magic.
It's magic. It's a magic anchor. Yeah, that's right. Magic exists. It's a magic anchor. You see a heavily artificed magical anchor get pulled down and drop, and then you hear the whoomp of a spell activate, and that's what stops the ship. Yeah, fuck you, people who know about ships. Leave me alone. Preemptively leave me alone. And as you stop in the middle of the ocean, the water becomes unnaturally calm. And then unnaturally not calm. On a particular point in the ocean out in front of you. As the water becomes choppier and choppier and then becomes more of a spiral shape. As it expands out further and further. Until it is this massive, churning, roiling whirlpool. Almost like a funnel leading directly down. And you can see, even from the edge of this whirlpool, perfectly preserved, completely pristine. Honestly, it should be in much, much worse shape, but it looks like it was just brought down there yesterday. A Skyrider's temple.
So do you guys still have your rebreathers just in case we need them? Because I do, but I'm not sharing mine.
Post is over the side of the ship throwing up violently.
Not necessary.
Did I give you guys rebreathers?
Remember when we had them when we went to the first underwater area?
Oh, shit!
Yeah, we've been underwater before, dog.
Oh,
I don't know
damn.
if we kept those. We kept those, though.
don't
We
know.
had definitely kept hers.
I don't know why we wouldn't.
I can't think of a reason why you would have had to like surrender them, so that's on me. Yeah, you guys. I casually gave you guys the ability to breathe underwater. That's fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Goddamn.
Well, Tara already can breathe underwater, so...
Wait, really?
Yeah, because of her pact.
Ah, yeah.
She couldn't then. She can now.
I can now.
Yeah. So Tara going, not necessary. Wait, what do you mean not necessary? You just like breathe underwater now.
Yes.
She just runs with the ocean. That makes sense.
Can you tell
Ew.
Post to stop throwing up in the ocean?
Let's knock it off. Get it together.
I'm trying so seasick.
He has to hold it in.
The next time that Post like goes to vomit, Leah throws a ginger chew in his mouth
Alright, girl.
with alarming speed.
You hit like a trick shot. You throw it like at the edge, like you know, on like a balcony, like bow of the ship, and it bounces off and hits Post directly in the mouth.
You don't even like. It doesn't even help me like feel better. It just clogs my trachea, so I can't throw up anymore.
That should stop him at least temporarily.
The throwing up ceases. So anyway, how do you guys get down there?
Tara, are we just jumping or what the fuck are we doing?
I get-
No, it's okay to ask that.
So she said, like, she just like opened up like a open whirlpool right down to the Skyrider's temple.
Yep.
How would we get down there, honestly? I mean, Tara has means of getting down there, but
Is it within 30 feet?
No.
Well, can't missy step. There goes my idea.
It's a big ass temple. It's a big ass whirlpool. You need to be thinking like a big, impressive, like movie cinematic level whirlpool. Like the big reveal. Holy shit!
Like hundreds of feet at the bottom of the ocean kind of thing.
Oh, that really ruins the
bottom.
immersion I had of a 30-foot one that led me to Misty Step,
Yeah,
which is
nah.
way less impressive.
Yeah, nah, son.
Tara, what does Bestie say? Does she want us to like jump or what the fuck are we doing?
wait. How, like, you want to just like jump into your whirlpool, Bestie?
I made a whirlpool so you could see it.
Aw.
I didn't think past that.
That's that.
You know what? I'm gonna be firm but fair. I will say that I think I've done a lot on this end. I did make a big hole in the ocean,
You did.
so I'm gonna respectfully request that you guys kind of figure it out from there.
Okay, we can do that. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
meant, like big ocean hole. Like I know that like I'm doing all this stuff, but it's not like effortless.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
How far down does the anchor reach?
So this is like slightly Tara centric. Tara, roll me a raw luck check.
8.
No.
I'm so glad you added that.
If you guys use the anchor, it could get you about halfway. So like anything you tried like utilizing the anchor, I'll like either like drastically reduce the DC or give you guys like advantage.
Oh, I meant to ask this earlier. On the rest of the ship journey to this spot, could we have taken a short rest?
Yeah, you've taken a short rest.
Okay, cool.
So you guys were doing your short rest, you were hanging out, trading seafaring tales with Shasta and RC. Mostly them on the side of seafaring tales. Mainly they're talking about like crazy shows that they've done and how like some of them gone very well, some of them gone drastically poorly. But each time they came out not dead. For now. As soon as they leave your field of vision, I cannot confirm or deny their living or dead status. That's right, listeners. Any NPC who's not currently involved in like the actual story could be alive or dead, depending on my whims.
The anchor revelation was kind of like all I really had. I don't have anything to help us drop down.
I think I have an idea.
Okay, good.
What if you Post makes Tensor's floating disc and Tart will change into his larger form. Tara rides on Tara in his sea dragon form, and we tie like a rope to Tart so he can like drag you guys on the disc
Mm-hmm.
down to the ocean, bottom of the ocean.
I mean, Tensor's floating disc does forcibly travel, but it travels behind Post.
Oh, behind Post. Well, what if Post rides Tart then?
That could work.
Because Tart is mountable now.
All right, is that what you guys decide to do as your way to get down there?
I mean, I got nothing better.
Leah's not magical.
Yep. All right. So it is written, so shall it be.
Yep.
So you guys mount yourselves up in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Turns into his water form. He does a little like Drake magical girl transformation.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of the moon, I will punish you. And flops into the water. Post, you get on Tart's back. Tart looks at you for like a second. And like goes to bite your nose, and then
Not this time.
it takes better of it.
This is important, please. Not right now.
Tart, no, it's all right.
His mouth is like open and like hovering above your nose before he backs up.
At least wait until we're down there.
Tart takes that as a promise. And you guys start making your way down the whirlpool. So from Tara and Leah, I will need some, let's say, some athletics checks to keep hold of Tensor's floating disc as you travel through the turbulent waters.
I will also say that just like since we do have time, I assume I do ritual cast.
Oh yeah, of course.
Come on, baby.
Well,
We both go flying into the water, it sounds like.
I guess so.
didn't you say something about like if we can like if I like lower myself like with Tart like to like the level of like where the anchor is? You said we could have like advantage if we utilized it, right?
Yeah, I did say you guys can have advantage if you utilize the anchor. How are you utilizing the anchor?
I'll set up the disc with Tart and then like sort of get us to where we're like 30 feet away from like the lowest point on the anchor.
30 feet away from the
Chelsea.
lowest point on the anchor.
I just looked over and saw Chelsea just insert the die into her dice jail.
And from my end, on top of that, she aggressively pulled the dice jail out, plopped it under the table, and instead she dropped the dice and like, you're going in here, motherfucker.
That dice jail is gonna get a lot of mileage.
It was just very funny to see. But yeah, like I'll do that so they can like climb down it and have like an easier spot to jump off of instead of like what I assumed was the plan was they like just jump off the ship onto the disc.
The athletics check was more like not for like mounting the disc. It was more for like staying on the disc while like you go down this kind of like you're essentially water like sledding but in the water.
Oh,
And the athletics check is to like not fall off into what would be snow for regular sledding. So it's just kind of like a haha fun tumble. But in this scenario is falling into the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, well, can't help you all there then. Sorry, I tried. I misunderstood.
If you guys could utilize the anchor in some way, like I'll give you the advantage.
I honestly can't really think of anything.
Yeah,
That would-
no, not for like stability,
Not
on the way
stability,
down.
Then what were our checks that we got?
9.
9. Tara.
Oh no, that's why it's in the dice jail.
Tara.
Mhm. There's
want
a
you-
reason
you
I
gotta say the word.
aggressively put it in the dice jail.
A la the Simpsons meme, say the line.
Natural 1.
Hey!
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I got lost in the meme.
Maybe Tara was like just like too excited and wasn't really paying attention, and then like one like bump or something just like immediately casts her off of it.
I think you have a flashback to like that one time where like you guys were at Talguamo and he had like that wheel of like Banes and Boons or what have you, and one of them was fish and one of them was big fish, and you feel like you spun that wheel and got big fish because a big fish flops out of the water and hits you for 3 damage.
God damn
and
it.
you fall into the water. Leah, the disc is like kind of like wobbled by this whole thing, and you also fall into the water.
Oh, fuck.
Post, save your friends from death.
Everything all right back there?
They are gone.
Hello? Oh, shit. I think we need to go actually in the water. Oh, God. I put on my rebreather, and I guess we like go from whirlpool to like actually in ocean to try and grab them.
All right, different athletics check to save your friend. Post, which friend are you trying to save?
We'll go with the one that doesn't breathe underwater.
So Leah.
Yeah.
All right, and Tart will go for Tara. What's Tart's athletics? Or you can roll Tart. Tart's your thing. You roll Tart.
23.
Come on, Tart, save your mummy! Tart!
How do you do?
That's a 7.
That is a 7. Ooh. All right, so you're not in danger of drowning.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I think what happens is that like Post dives into the water, and like says something, but like Post doesn't have like the same kind of bond with Tart. So he tells Tart to do something, and Tart like knows that you can breathe underwater kind of innately, so it doesn't like feel like you're in immediate danger. He doesn't have like that like, oh, my mommy is in danger type sense, so he just kind of doesn't do anything.
I'm like playing.
He sees like a fish, like, ooh!
I'm trying to do like charades with him to try and get him to understand, because like, we're in water, so I can't obviously speak, and so I'm doing all this, and then I go over and say, Leah, look over, and see he's like trying to imitate what I was doing.
I have a great idea.
Okay.
So you guys are like close enough to like the the actual bottom part of the ocean that like you see one of those like freaky ass fish where like its body is see through and you can see the bones.
Ooh.
And like
Oh no!
and Tart's eyes get so big as he watches this fish kind of swim around
Like a kitty cat, just like.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we're gonna top that.
Oh my god, Tart.
All right, so what we're gonna do from here? Now you can breathe underwater, so I'm not gonna make you try to like take any kind of like saves or anything as far as drowning. But you guys kind of like made it far enough down the cone that there is a bit of like water pressure. So what I'm going
Just
to
a
need,
bit.
yeah. So Leah, you are safely like not in the deep water anymore, and you have been brought back on top of the disc.
Sweet.
No no save and such necessary in post, like you're able to like remount Tart. This is like in the moment of like you having picked up Leah, so it's before post can act again to try to help. What I will need from Tar is I will need a con save.
I don't suppose there's any world where you would say she is in range of my aura, is there?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
You were doing decently before.
Is there room in that dice jail for a second?
You're going funny.
Well, kind of.
How'd it go?
Yes, but no.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. That doesn't quite get it. So you're gonna take 4 force damage.
Jesus.
Now, here's the danger of this like first little like excursion here. We're gonna want to get you out of the water quickly because you're effectively kind of like, again, in deep water, and the pressure is gonna kind of have like a mounting effect as like you're spending more time in it, because you're essentially kind of like sinking further and kind of like, this is all like it's almost like combat. This is a couple seconds that this is going on.
Yeah.
What should be happening is that like you fell into very deep water and you were crushed instantly by the weight of the water.
Oh god.
But we're gonna kind of like parse that out, is that the more quote unquote rounds you spend in the water, the more d6s I'm gonna roll for the damage that happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, describe to me what you think Tar would try to do to get out of this water. We'll let you we'll kind of shape the save based on like what you think like you would go for.
Shape water. You instantly move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage. So could I try and shape the water, like, and basically trying to shape a current around me to the direction that I need to go?
I'll say, since like I wouldn't allow this in like general still water, but because it's like a big, super powerful magical whirlpool that is also a part of your bestie's power, I say you can kind of like piggyback onto that to try to make like a siphon or like a jet to like push yourself
Yeah, just
out.
almost kind of ride Bestie's whirlpool down.
Right.
All right, so this is kind of a creative use of it. So I'm gonna say, give me Arcana to do it properly.
Come on, Tara.
Oh no.
Is there any
10.
Is there any way that you would allow Post to like try and like swim out to like meet her halfway and Misty step back?
On your kind of like turn of things, what like we're again, I'm thinking more like combat timing, and I know we get kind of silly with combat timing, but what I want this challenge to be is like, this is just like the effects of like very quick snap decisions. In like, when we zoom out from this will have happened in like 3 seconds. It's just the quickness at which water pressure would affect you. So I will say, with that roll, you don't get yourself all the way out of the water, but you get yourself closer, so it'll be easier for Post. But you are going to take this 2d6.
At least we had a short rest.
That's going to be 7 damage. I will say,
Tara be struggling.
Post, you do have like the Misty Step, so I'll say. Post, give me another athletics as far as like you're swimming out there in time, and I'll give you advantage because of the you using the Misty Step.
Okay. Damn, that one was a spinner. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That does it. Like, I'll say it's almost like synergized. Like, Tara, you're kind of you're doing what you can, but like having fallen into deep water like abruptly is not like a force that the mortal body is supposed to contend with.
Yeah, she's basically fighting nature.
Yeah, you're fighting nature and like unsurprisingly losing, but also kind of surprisingly like not being dead immediately. As you make kind of like a siphon to push yourself forward, and it like coincides perfectly with like Post diving into the water, being able to just barely like it's like that like I can't remember the name of the painting, but it's the one where like I think it's like Zeus is touching like the like man's hand, or like the god is touching
creation of Adam.
Creation of Adam. That thing.
So definitely not Zeus.
Does it shut the fuck up? So it's like the fingers like just barely touch, just in time for there to be like a misty step to bring you back up to the disc and to bring Post back up onto Tart.
You good?
I'm fine. Keep going.
All right. Watch out for fish, I guess.
Noted.
Tart licks your face.
Aw, there's my boy.
And you guys are able to safely make it the rest of the way down.
Safely.
Slightly worst for wear. But you make it to the doors of the temple.
Once we get down there, I go over to Tara. I'm like, you are looking kind of rough. Do you need a little healing?
I wouldn't say no to it.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 40, how much do you think you need? I know it's a weird, arbitrary-sounding scale, but it makes sense to me.
16.
All right. Yeah. I'll toss 15 your way.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, and so you are healed. You feel your bones that had been like loosened, for lack of a better term, snap
Loosened.
back into place.
Thank you, Post.
Of course.
Hey.
You guys are at the door of the temple. How do you choose to enter, and in what order do you choose to enter?
Tara looks up at it a second, just kind of mesmerized by it.
It is immaculate, hewn from like pure marble stone. There are big statues of like dragons at like the entrance, like, you know, similar to like the lions in front of like the library out in New York, and it's just like it's huge bigness of this temple.
I think for the same reasons that Tara feels mesmerized, Leah feels absolutely small, and the fur on the back of her just like bristles, and she's looking up at it, just like, this feels really intense.
It's an undersea temple. I don't know what you expect. Those are usually pretty grandiose, although annoying to traverse.
Well, it wasn't always under the sea.
They rarely are.
Have you been undersea for visiting temples often, Post?
Oh, no, just, like, things I've heard about through, like, bard tales. Specifically one about this half-elf that often finds himself at least once on his adventures going underwater and struggling greatly through absurd puzzles and the sort.
But yeah, Tara just like stares at the temple, and she closes her eyes, takes a breath. Let's do this. And she just walks up to the temple doors and tries to push them open to go in.
They at first do not open.
Just because they're very large and heavy?
Nope.
Oh.
What happens instead is that as you try to push the doors open, they don't really budge. And then Tart kind of sniffs at your hand and imitates what you're doing. In a way that is like, you're very Tart, but also feels like he feels called to do something. And you're pushing on one door, and Tart pushes on the other door. As it does, a blue light emanates from both of your palm and Tart's paw. And the doors swing open.
Oh, I was going to suggest maybe they pull. That's way more symbolic.
As you enter the temple, it is just as immaculate on the inside as it is on the outside. There's not really any signs of like wear and tear again. It seems like it's been magically preserved in some sort of way. There's like, there's a bit of like seaweed here and there as that like, seems to have been like, somewhat unavoidable, but that more seems to be like current seaweed getting in because you guys are like walking in. It doesn't seem like there's been like decades worth of seaweed in the temple or some sort of thing here. But what also happens as you guys enter the temple is you hear, emanating from kind of every direction all at once, a deep, booming voice.
Ooh.
Welcome to the Skyrider's temple, initiate. It has been a long time since someone has traversed these halls. I am the guardian of the temple. Do ye seek to take on the challenge to become a Skyrider?
Yes.
Impressive. Now, in order to prove your worth, you will have to uphold our 3 main principles. Brain, brawn, and bond. As the voice says brain, brawn, and bond, you see 3 kind of main chambers that lead out from this main kind of atrium area, and like a light shines on like each of those like 3 like main chambers. You also notice like a staircase that is kind of like blocked off that like seems to lead to like a lower level that very conspicuously did not light up. But as those 3 things are highlighted to you, the voice asks, "Tell me, initiate, which test shall you take on first?" Oh, also, guests are allowed, but they are not. They can't participate in your challenges. They can provide moral support.
I was wondering what was going to go on with that. I assumed we would mostly just be sitting out.
I mean, technically, you're meant to stay in like the audience area, and like another area like kind of like lights up, and it's just like some pews. But it's been a while, so like I'm feeling lenient.
Is there like a person? Is there like a person here? Is this,
I was about to say, they're very responsive.
They're very responsive.
Oh, I'm not like a record. Like I'm not like a recording. Like I'm the spirit of the temple.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, that's very
It's like
impressive. This is a recording.
That's very specific if it was a recording.
I'll reveal to you. So you know how like I'm sure you've noticed we're at the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And you know things are generally kept in order. That's me.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm the spirit of the temple, the power that flows through it. So I've been kind of keeping things clean and pristine as I like it.
We've done an immaculate job. It's so well preserved down here.
Well, I thank you kindly. May I ask how you got down here?
Hey.
My bestie.
It's a long story.
Well, I do love a long story, and I've been stuck.
A long silence.
Pull up a chair.
Oh shit, that was so funny.
I do love a long story, and I'll not press you for details, but if you feel like sharing at any point during your tasting out, I won't chide you, I won't prod you, but know that my ear's open to you. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
My spirit ears.
My spirit ears. 2 glowing spectral. Nah. I'm not doing that. That's dumb.
Oh, that's the worst form of spectral weapon I've ever seen in my life.
We'll do brain first.
Excellent. Proceed to the brain chamber. And I imagine you guys proceed to the brain chamber.
Tara, do you want us to follow you directly or go wait up in the audience area?
I guess go wait in the audience area. I'm sure you'll see me there regardless.
Up to you.
You can't help me, so...
You can do this.
Yeah, we believe in you.
If I were a different charisma-based caster, I would give you inspiration, but I can't do that, so just know that we're with you.
I appreciate it.
So you guys wait in the audience area. As you're in like the audience area,
We
there's
sit in
like
the pews.
and you sit in the pews, and there's like
They
a
have little
dude.
foam fingers.
You do like look next to you, and also perfectly preserved are like little foam fingers, and there's markers next to them that you can write, so and so number 1 and all that kind of stuff there on like your little foam fingers to show support.
Oh, this is just like whenever I would go to the games. This is fantastic. I feel so at home.
Alright, do you guys use any like the markers to like mark your foam fingers, or you just do like woo number 1?
Oh, of course I do.
All right, how do you write it out?
Let's see.
This is ridiculous.
I feel like because the foam finger is like on the index, I just like literally write in the number 1, and then on like the fist part I write UR, So it doesn't like translate super great, but in post-mind, it's a thing he used to do a lot. Whenever he would support his boys.
Number one, you are.
Yeah.
Number one, you are.
You know, supportive Yoda.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, that's Yoda.
Number one, you are. Packers go, they must.
That sounds way more aggressive than I think you meant for it to.
I don't know, man. And what about...
No one is sure where Yoda stands on the Packers, whether or not he really likes them or fucking hates them.
Never tell, I will. Anyway, and Leah, what do you do with like the markers and foam fingers and such?
I think she's kind of awkward about it at first because she's not really sure exactly what to do here. But she watches Post do that, and then she kind of like goes and picks up a marker that she thinks will contrast nicely on the color of the foam. And then she writes "go" on the index finger, and then like Tara across the fist.
So it's either go Tara or Tara go.
Yeah.
Either works.
And as you enter the chamber of the brain challenge, the voice says, "You're like, oh, Tara, a wonderful name, a great one for an initiate."
Oh,
as you learn from the fingers.
So you enter the chamber, and I will say like the chamber was kind of like obscured by like, it was more of an archway than like a formal doorway, and it was obscured by like this deep mist. As like Tara enters the chamber, you guys are also able to see like it is actually a spectator's area. And the area that you're not in is obscured by the magical mist to make sure there's not like any spoilers for like the initiate. And you get the feel that like in its heyday, this was both like an initiation process, but also like almost akin to like a college graduation, but with like physical challenges where like you were expected to like all right, how many guests are you bringing? How many family members are you bringing to like getting to be a full Skyrider? Anyway, you enter the trial of the brain. And you see a massive stone golem. It sits primarily inert until you enter the chamber. And as you do, runes light up around its body. A ethereal green glow happens in its, not quite eyes, but eye facsimile socket type things. It stands to its full height, easily 2 or 3 times your size, both in height and probably about twice your width. Like it's a little bit of a unit. It holds its hand up, and as it does, a small yellow rubber ball falls from the ceiling into its hand, and then it sits back down. And the voice says to you, "Get the bowl."
The tone you said that with.
All right, go get it.
All right, go get it.
Fetch.
Go on, get it, girl. No. He doesn't say that.
Could you imagine?
No, the voice is a feminist.
The voice is a feminist.
I'm so glad that we also have these beverages of Respect Women juice over here. So kind of them to provide this.
I know, it's astounding.
God.
Only
Wasn't expecting
because
that
I
yet.
actually intend to use Respect Women Juice as a like funny joke / plot point later. I will say you do not actually have Respect Women Juice right now.
Wait, what?
That's interesting to hear.
That's wild.
Do you want some Respect Women Juice right now? I'll make it happen.
I mean, only because I'm extremely curious what you plan to do with it later. I'll wait.
Okay. It's just gonna be a bit. It's not gonna be like actual important.
You
but
said
I
a
was
plot
like,
point, sir. I will hold you to that standard.
all right, it's kind of a plot point. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so the voice says to you like, all right, get the ball.
So to get the ball from this golem,
Yep, you'll need to get the ball.
I need to get the ball.
Trial of the brain. Figure it out. I cannot give you any hints.
I'm guessing I have to physically get the ball, not just like have it like in my hands.
You were only told get the ball. This is the trial of the brain. The wording of the instructions and the succinctness of the instructions are also important. Like I have an answer in mind, but if you like do a thing that works and I didn't think of, I'll be like, all right, that fucking works. It's the trial of the brain.
Maybe you just need to like understand the ball on like a vibe level. Like you get it.
Understand the ball. I don't like being alone on challenges.
You vaguely hear like from however far away we are, like Post shouting very aggressively.
I will say quite conspicuously, like in the same vein that like Bestie was talking about how she couldn't really see into this temple to see like what kind of state it was in as it was being preserved by the magic. The magic seems to still like, surround and like enervate this place. And you don't really hear like your bestie's voice kind of giving you like pointers or like encouragement or anything like that. You kind of get the feeling that you're in kind of like a bestie blind spot. if you
Bestie
will.
blind spot.
Oh man, it's dry zone.
Shut the fuck up. I'm upset at how good that is.
Welcome to what it's like interacting with you.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the protocol at these kinds of things? Are you just supposed to cheer non-stop, or are you supposed to just, like...
I mean, typically you try and maintain like a base level of cheering at all times, but then when something really good happens, that's when you pull out all the stops and really shout.
Okay.
And if you see a lull, you pick it up too, just to kind of like encourage them, just like you try and keep the energy like consistent.
You hear the voice say to you guys like, "Would you like me to like put up like a spectral applause sign?"
Yeah, that would be really helpful, actually.
Oh, alrighty. Then a spectral applause sign like shows up and like it's not lit up yet. Like, I'll let you know.
Post pulls out a dragon chessboard and is like, pass the time.
Sure.
While this is going on, both of you roll.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't expecting us to actually roll that. I thought that
roll raw intelligence.
Post is reasonably intelligent.
So is Leah.
Should be interesting. Oh, well, you win.
Oh no, how bad was yours?
Nat 1.
Oh no.
Posters in
So
like
technically a 2.
posters in full frat boy mode, like
Like, I pull out the chess set to, like, kind of, like, wait for the sign to go up, but I'm focusing way too much on the applause sign, waiting for it to light up. Like, I'm not really paying attention.
Leah, how did yours go?
I got a 12, so it's like she's a little rusty.
You're a little rusty, but Post is, like, doing so bad. It's like, it is one of those moments where, like, when you watch chess in any sort of media, I don't know a lot about chess, but this is what I always fear about chess, which is, like, that thing where you do, like, 3 moves and the other person goes, like, all right, and then that's checkmate. And you're just like, fucking how? But that's what happens for your first round. You guys reset the board as we check back in with Tara. Tara, what do you do?
I think I might have Tart transform into his sky form, and this is more just like this, at least meta sense, this is more me just like testing the waters to see exactly what this golem will do. And she'll have Tart transform into his sky mode and just see if he can like grab it out of the hands while he does flyby.
Alright, have Tart roll, let's make that just raw strength, as it is clasped in the golem's hand.
It's clasped in its hand. Oh
Yeah.
God, I should have it do.
I mean, it still will test to see what happens.
I guess so, yeah.
You're still gonna get some information.
I get some information.
That's-
That's something. That's 14.
Alright, that does not do it. Tart flies by and, like, kind of clasps onto, like, the golem's hand and, like, tries to, like, pry the hand open, but doesn't really get it to budge. The golem kind of looks at him curiously and, like, kind of, like, bats at him, but not, like, seriously, like, in the way that, like, you, like, gotta swat at, like, a cat who's trying to get on, like, a counter they're not supposed to. Like, you're not trying to, like, actually, like, harm the cat. You're just like, get out of here, get that out of here. And Tart, like, flies away back to you and goes, like,
It's okay, boy.
Meh.
We'll figure it out.
I wonder if she could, like, ask it to play fetch or something. But it was just, like, whispering to Post.
That was weirdly the tone it sounded like the spirit was talking with, I wonder.
I kind of have a stupid idea.
There are no stupid
there's no
ideas
stupid
in this
ideas.
game.
What?
There's only
This
ideas
is
that
the
work.
idea challenge. Do
Yeah.
an idea.
go with gut reaction.
I don't think this is gonna work, but like, what if I have Tart be like just super dog-like and cute and go up to the golem and just be like on like in the play stance, like throw the ball.
Try.
It was reacting as though you were like a pet.
Could be.
Go try, I guess.
All right, Tart goes and does like his cuteness thing. We'll have you roll persuasion for Tart.
The applause sign changes to awe and lights up.
Aww.
Adorable.
It does. The applause sign says just all lights up.
12.
12. That unfortunately also like does not do it. Like the golem kind of looks at him curiously and looks at the ball, and then looks at him, and then looks at the ball, and then just kind of like turns his attention like back to like his closed hand and the ball. It is not swayed.
What if Tart gets really sad now?
What if Tart gets really sad now?
I'm throwing out ideas.
It almost sounds like you're trying to guilt Drew. Like, well, what
I'll
if,
do
well,
whatever it
what if
takes.
that makes Tart Sad. You
Sad.
wouldn't
I'll
want
say,
that,
do
would
you want to like? I'll let you like roll insight to try to glean like a possible like hint on like how you could possibly go about this.
Goodness, Tot looks so sad.
I know. I haven't seen him that sad since Tara told him he couldn't have a specific bone one time.
How'd it go?
That's a 9.
I'll say with a 9, all you kind of like glean that like the golem does seem like not fully sentient, but like sentient enough for like one-sided conversation. You get the feeling that the golem can't speak, but it can understand. That's what I'll give you with a 9. While you're thinking on that, we're gonna go back to our thrilling chess-based adventures. You two, roll your intelligence checks to see who wins the next round of Dragon Chess. It's gotten full Yu-Gi-Oh now. Like now, you guys are like, I see you're using the Queen's Gambit.
Dirty 20.
Well, I do better this time with a 14, but I think I'm still losing.
Post, this time you put up a valiant defense, but are once again defeated. I'm using all of my chess knowledge. Leah manages to pull off an en passant, which, like, even the voice goes like, oh, damn, en passant.
Haven't seen that one in a while. Wow.
That's good shit.
I used to play this game a lot just by myself, so I learned a lot of the tricks that you're supposed to do with it.
Wow, that's really the saddest thing you could have said.
Flashback to, like, lonely, like, Leah, and also, like, Albus not knowing what to do with children. He's like, do children like chess? And he teaches you chess.
But then just left me alone with the book on chess maneuvers and just had to go do other stuff.
Like, he got, like, halfway through teaching. He's like, here's a book on it. There you go. And we return back to Tara with the less thrilling adventure than no, with the actual main plot. So you managed to glean that, like, it does seem like you could, like, at least, like, speak to the golem and have it understand you.
I think Tara will just kind of walk up to the golem, and this probably isn't gonna work, but I guess it's the simplest answers can sometimes be the best ones. Can I have that?
I was literally thinking that as soon as you did the insight and got
I
that
love
hit, that's
that.
what I was thinking.
I
Can
love
I have
that.
please?
You're gonna be so mad at me.
Oh
Is
no.
that the answer?
The golem looks at his clasped hand, shrugs, pulls the hand out in front of you, and opens it and gives you the ball.
Oh, that was more simple than I thought.
And then just kind of like, it takes the like big massive hand over your head, and then like pats you softly on the head after it has given you the ball.
Oh, thank you.
And the applause sign goes on. A bunch of spectral confetti like shoots out and like plays like Final Fantasy fanfare music for like victory. Like, congratulations, you have completed the trial of brain.
Yeah!
Excellently done, initiate. Which trial would you like to do next? Brawn or Bond? And once again, as the voice says that, the other two chambers light up correspondingly.
Do Braun.
All right, the trial of Brawn. In order to go to the trial of Brawn, you'll need to choose one of your friends, your audience members, to accompany you.
Oh. I guess Post?
Oh, all right. That's good. I was getting my ass handed to me anyway.
All right.
I leave the chessboard now with the knowledge that Leah apparently likes to play chess by herself.
Hold on, likes is a strong word there.
She can play
He
chess
does
by
not have
herself.
reason to believe otherwise, given the sad story you gave.
All right, we'll have the gentleman who's not so great at chess.
I'm normally okay at it.
I've only seen those 2 games, and you got kind of bodied there.
Fair.
Like, for free.
All right, no, hold on. I put up a valiant effort the second time. The first time I will admit, but...
Not for where I'm standing.
Where are you standing?
It's just like, it's just like a spirit.
I'm kind of like throughout the temple. Have you not noticed that?
Yeah, he's not
Well,
like a physical being, Post.
It's the way that they said it.
I'm doing... Like, you understand a turn of phrase, yes?
Yes, I understand a ton of
Not
phrase.
literally standing.
Let's just do this.
Like, the
Yeah,
voice,
anyway, can we
like,
just move on,
somehow
please?
whispers to you, Tara, like, hey, is the golden one okay?
We don't know.
So, you enter the trial of Brawn. Once again, like, this one kind of has like a swirling like red mist around it that dissipates. You can now see the chamber. And there's just like this big it feels like a Hot Wheels track made out of stone. That's just like just one big slope that leads to like a little area in like the middle. And the voice says to you, Post. All right, Post, it was right.
Yes.
We'll need you to go right there, right beneath the ramp.
Okay. I go where I am directed.
All right, so as soon as you step there, huge, thick spectral chains show up around you, lash around your arms and your legs, and drag you down to the ground, and you are stuck to the ground by the chains, much like an old-timey movie where, like, the villain ties someone up to train tracks.
Oh! This is unfortunate.
Now, Tara, yes?
Yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry, Initiate. We shall need you to go to the very bottom of the ramp, in front of your friend.
I don't like where this is going.
You don't like where this is going.
She goes over, I guess.
Right, at the top of the ramp, a door opens, and a big boulder starts to roll down.
Oh.
The voice says to you, stop the boulder.
Stop.
Please.
Stop the boulder.
Man, I'm really glad it's not me.
The raw of this challenge is just a straight up athletics check. As the boulder rolls down at you, I want you to tell me if Tara does anything, different or clever, like use any like resources, to her advantage that might either circumvent the check or give you some manner of like advantage on the check.
Hey, Temple of the Spirit, do you want to play chess?
I would love to play chess, but I'm not really able to do a lot of physical interacting with things that aren't like a straight-up part of the temple.
You could just like, knight to whatever 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's delightful. Oh yeah, I'll join you in a game of chess. Could you move my pawn to? And you start up a game of chess.
I love that
With
you
the
started
special
just
voice.
before the part that would very clearly give away that you don't understand the grid system of chess.
I don't.
It's like D4 or something like that. I don't fucking know.
It really
I
depends.
say like pawn to like E4 or something. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
It would just be like moving it forward 2 pieces.
Shut up. Shut up with your chess knowledge.
I also don't know chess at all, so it's okay. Leah does. I don't. That's the great thing about D&D characters.
Yeah.
I actually,
Just because I don't know about chess doesn't mean that chess can't be in the campaign.
it's on my character sheet.
Oh yeah, you do have it. You do have that on your character sheet. You have like a chess set
Yeah.
That's funny.
because you're a noble.
Yup.
I'm guessing there are no water features within the temple.
Post is sweating.
Roll raw luck.
You give me this, you son of a bitch. 19.
Oh, thank God.
With a 19, purely for just decoration, there's like a big like tasteful fountain of like a good like couple of drakes kind of like up on a rock, and all of them are spitting water, and it's like 5 feet from you. And like you can feel the energy of like the room felt empty, and they're like, well, we need like a centerpiece to the room for this challenge, and they put that in there.
The feng shui of the boulder trap is really off.
It's like it can't just be an empty space with a boulder trap. We let's put a fountain in there. So there's a fountain like right next to you.
Shape some water, like a lot of water, in front of Post, and basically create extension of the ramp that'll make the boulder just go right over him.
Yes. So, as you do that, as you make that ramp appear, it appears it's perfectly lined up, and then it's meant to make the boulder like travel over you and Post as you've like had it set up. But the boulder seems to smash straight through
Oh,
the
God.
ice ramp and is hurtled like directly at you. You're now faced with the choice. You can move out of the way, or you can stay.
Post just shouts out, like, from, like, this more direct position. It's like, just think! What would a rider do? Trying to be helpful.
The chains go over your mouth. I'm sorry, that is, very encouraging, but it does count as assistance. We'll have none of that.
I think.
Doesn't Tara have elemental weapon?
How would that help?
There's water.
How would that help stop a boulder that's coming right at you?
Do an anime, attack it.
I mean,
Yeah, water always beats rock.
I
Well,
mean,
if we're going
it
Pokemon
does
logic,
over time. Rock is weak to water type moves, so like,
I mean, and in actuality, water does carve formations out of rock.
it
But...
does. It does. That's not entirely unfounded.
trying to roast me for being helpful so I don't die. Fuck you.
But I must insist on an answer. Does Tara move or stay?
Tara will stay. And she just braces herself and is prepared with another spell to try.
You stay, and the boulder approaches. As you hold your hands out to brace, it passes through you.
What?
And also post.
What?
As the boulder was not real. And the applause sign goes on, and spectral confetti comes out.
Yay!
Yeah, lights and fanfare.
Awesome!
Congratulations, you have passed the test of brawn. Strength
What?
of conviction. Not leaving your friend behind.
Oh. Wait, if it wasn't real, how did it smash through that ice?
Oh, that was me.
Oh!
Oh no, I punched it.
If that was the tile of the brain, totally cool. But this is brawn. None of that shit.
Can I get this church out of rock?
Oh, right. And then you're released from the chains post.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Please return
You
to the
okay,
audience
Post?
area.
Okay, I'm fine. That was incredible.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sir, Peace, right?
Post, you got it right
Post,
before.
sorry. It's bit. I've not had to remember names in quite a while.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
But Post, would you please return to the audience area?
All right.
Thank you kindly.
How did Leah do against the spirit in chess?
Yeah, who won?
Oh.
Leah, roll intelligence.
I need to know who I'm razzing.
Not 20.
Nat 20.
Uh,
All right, Leah, you won handily in chess, and then as the thing got completed, you looked up oh yay, Tar, and you look back down, the chessboard is gone.
Post comes back. It's like, all right. So where's my board?
Well, I think that I beat the temple spirit and it got mad and stole your
I
chessboard.
don't think that you did that. I don't think that happened.
Oh, are we a sore loser now?
No, it's just
All of a sudden you can't stand at the top of me. And all
well,
of a
hey,
sudden,
the chessboard is just gone. I don't know what happened to it.
that was a
I
gift.
don't know
You gotta
what
get it
happened
back.
Oh, hey, look, it's over there at the bottom of the pews. You gotta go get it.
Oh wow, how interesting! It suddenly showed
fell.
up.
Oh no, it fell down.
It better not be any scoffs.
That's so unfortunate. It fell down. We'll never know. Oh, we'll never know. Oh,
Your
poor Leah.
questionable tangibility is really starting to make me wonder.
this is a
It's
very
very selective.
This is a very strange temple spirit.
Very, very strange. I'll go get your chessboard Post.
It's fine. It's fine.
Initiate.
Yeah.
It's time for your final test. The test of bond. Arguably, the most important test. Please enter the Chamber of Bond.
And her and Tart go.
And you both enter, and this swirling kind of purple mist dissipates. And the room is apparently empty as you guys enter. So you walk in, Tart's kind of walking behind you. And you look around, you don't really see anything, and then you look back behind you, and there are two Tarts.
What?
Which one is your partner?
Tart, it's bath night!
They both get into battle stance.
Oh, okay, no, that didn't work.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
They're both still fully in battle stance. Like you said, bad night,
It's
and
not-
now they're both very standoffish. Both.
I was just kidding. I guess you're both feisty. Oh. Do I have any way of trying to Can I roll insight or something?
You roll insight, and I'll give you advantage because that's your boy.
Nat 20!
Yeah! Finally!
You walk right up to real Tart, and it's not there isn't a giveaway. At least not to anyone else. You didn't go this one's its scales aren't shiny enough, or oh, this other one it's slightly too tall or slightly too short. You just walk right up to your real Tart and you point to me, you're that one, and the voice goes,
Him.
"Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, that's my boy.
On what grounds?"
He's my boy. I know him.
And the fake Tart dissipates away into that purple mist. As you have absolutely fucked the trial of the boss with that nat 20.
Let's be honest though, that was the best way to go.
That was actually great. I was like, you know, having difficulty with the other two challenges, and then like, oh, the trial of being best buds. No, nat 20. we are the best at being best buds. How dare you?
Adventuring, still working on that.
That's my boy!
Being a pet mom, got it.
As you pick Tart up as he has like kind of resumed his smaller form,
That's my boy.
he licks your nose. The applause sign turns to the awe sign and turns on.
I switch from like uproarious applause to just like as sudden an awe as I can transition to.
And as you finish things out, like, you know, the fanfare like kind of plays there a little bit. A little dais kind of arises from the ground in front of that staircase that you noticed earlier. And in the dais is just kind of like a small divot that kind of looks to be like generally like hand shaped for someone to put like their hand in it. And there's still this like general like fanfare like da 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 da, and like you did a good job. I don't know why I chose that music to hum. And the voice says to you like, "Congratulations, initiate. Make your way to the dais, place your hand in its center, and speak your name as a new and official Skyrider before you're able to make your way to the inner chamber."
Tara, excitedly but also a little nervous, makes her way to that chamber and
you get the feeling like this is like official stuff. Like you gotta say like your full name.
I know.
Like that whole, yeah.
But yeah, she slowly places her palm or hand into the thing and Tara Stormblight.
The second that you say your name, the fanfare cuts out.
Hmm?
The voice says again, "I apologize, Initiate. Could you repeat that?"
Tara Stormblight.
Stormblight. Oh, Initiate. If I had known that that was your namesake, we'd have skipped all of the challenges.
Wait, what?
Make your way to the inner chamber, please. Bring your friends with you.
Okay. And she gestures for Post and Leah to follow.
Did that sound weirdly ominous to anyone else?
It could be like, yeah, her family's so well known kind of thing.
I
and-
don't know. They did threaten me with a boulder that I didn't know was real, so I'm a little.
I mean, that was part of the challenge, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a real bull there. Just a prank, bro.
I am.
No.
I am whispering. You mind your damn
No, he
business.
doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. It was just I just thought that would be a funny callback. All right, but so you guys make your way to like the inner chamber. It is a vast, huge place. Like the whole temple is like pretty like, damn, this temple is like fucking fire. But like this side of the chamber is like very like, you know, like not quite decadently decorated, but like it's ornate. There's tapestries, there's fancy rugs, there's like big banners flying, like, you know, different houses that were like, you know, associated with like you know, being Skyriders and such. And I'll say just Tara,
Mm-hmm.
roll me investigation with advantage.
It's a 9.
A 9?
And we're back.
Wow, this room is like so pretty, and there's so many banners. I wonder if your family's banner is here. There's no time to think about that.
God damn it.
Man, this room is fire.
Oh, come on. Let Tara know things.
Look, I'm just the arbiter. The dice are
She
telling
can
a story.
recognize her own family crest.
The dice are telling a story.
Ah!
And the story is plucky young adventurer Tara, who's so like happy about adventure that she's not noticing stuff.
I guess she's just so like excited and like
You're like in awe. You're a Harry Potter fan who walked into like actual like Hogwarts room. And you're like, holy shit, and you don't notice that like there's something slightly wrong.
Uh-oh.
So the voice like booms across this room, more resonant than before, as though like this is almost like closer to like the true source of the voice. And it says, "I'll need to tell you a story before we continue.
Okay.
I am the spirit of this temple, and I protect it. But before that, before the days of man, before the days of mortals, my name was Marduk, and I was a great dragon. In the first dragon wars, I turned against my chromatic brethren, fought on the side of the, few of mortals. My brethren, the other blue dragons, they called me a blight upon their great storm, branded me a traitor. And in time, I took that name as a badge of honor, and in time that became my name, Marduk Stormbright, the progenitor of your line that now has poisoned the gift of my blood with cowardice,
Oh.
with
What?
desertion.
What?
The
What?
sins of your parents are not forgotten here
What?
in this hole.
What?
I am Marduk Stormblight, and I will cleanse the impurities of my family line.
Whoa.
I hate being right.
Take up your arms, initiate. This will be your true test.
Fuck.
And-
Tara, what the fuck did your family do?
Oh, my parents did nothing.
A bolt of lightning strikes across the room, from one pillar to the next. Then another bolt of lightning and another, and they start to coalesce into like a bunch of bolts at the center of the room, until they seem to form some matter, some mass to them that expands out further. And Tara, you recognize it before anyone else. It's like a vertebrae. You're familiar with this physiology. This is a draconic vertebrae. And the next link, and it fills out to ribs, to wings, to a skull, to a snout, to great claws. A massive, fluorescent blue dragon skeleton, almost made of like a solid lightning material. I am Marduk, blight upon the great storm, and blight to you. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, Christ.
Shit. I thought we were gonna end it there.
Not quite yet,
Not quite yet.
because I have to do this.
Oh my fucking god.
True, that's so cool.
That's terrifying.
I love that.
Chelsea,
No,
that was
Everyone,
going to
please
kill
place
us.
your minis on the mat.
Look, I'm allowed to appreciate art.
What everyone is reacting to is the cool blue dragon skeleton mini that they're going to fight, and will definitely not kill them.
I hate this.
Well, what's wrong? It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. You're all fine. It's all good. It's all good. You're good.
I feel not fine.
But you should feel so fine.
I don't.
You should feel so good, so fine. Everyone roll that initiative.
That's a 15.
Oh, same.
I win because it's a dex off.
I mean, yes, obviously.
Leah got a 22.
All right, so as we begin our initiative, Leah, you are unsurprisingly first with your 22.
Oh, good. I was worried. I didn't know we're fighting a dragon.
What? No, it's fine.
Okay, I still get advantage. It hasn't taken a turn yet in combat.
It stands above you, its great wings extended, hissing with energy, crackling with lightning.
Tara, I can poison your family's namesake dragon, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's a skeleton. He's long since dead. I think this is like a more of a resurrection type thing.
Cool. Gonna try to hit this dragon. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna also try to poison it for our benefit if it works. Just regular poison before I know, so that way I know if it works or not before I waste my good dragon poison.
That good dragon poison.
That good.
Ooh, okay. Well, the better of the two dice is a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Wait. Oh, the better.
Yeah, the better of the two dice is a nat 20. The other one, the worst of them becomes a 21.
All right, so, 21 would hit.
Okay. So I still get my sneak attack, and it's doubled because nat 20?
It is doubled because nat 20.
Hell yeah.
And-
But
some-
make sure roll that poison damage first. You know what? Let's not mince words or waste time. The poison damage does not take effect.
It's fine. I don't think it's actually poison damage. It's just, like, if it could become poisoned, like, if it's not immune to being poisoned, it would have to make the con save. or become poisoned.
Oh yeah, no con save.
Okay.
But it does feel you attempt to, like, poison it. And Marduk goes, "Ha, poison, the weapon of a coward. Tell me, young Stoneblight, are your friends craven as well?"
Ooh. All right, let's see. What? Okay, hold on. How do I? Whenever you hit a creature with an attack that has advantage, you can double that sneak attack dice. So are they tripled or quadrupled?
Let's do tripled because I
Okay.
don't want to completely break this game with our brutal criticals rule.
Okay.
As sick as that would be to have quadruple damage, I think that would
Yes,
also be
it'd be
like,
crazy.
aha, the Lich King! You killed him with one shovel.
That would be funny.
It would also be very funny to have Marduk being like, I see you are craven. Oh my god!
All right, so 12d6 for the shovel, because we always love a good shovel.
Of course.
I can't even fit all of these d6 in my hands. I'm trying to escape. So, Leah immediately gets into position with this dragon. She pulls out one of her shovels. She asks Tara about the poison, and she gets ready and she throws it. And she doesn't really know exactly where is the best place to throw it against a skeleton dragon, but she's really making her best guess here, and aiming for like what she would think is between like some platelets of what it would like hurt. And so she lets the shovel go, and she's like kind of like breathing out as it happens. And that's 125 damage from her shovel.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Drew's right. We don't want to break this. We're still within the realm of possibility.
125 damage is an impressive amount of damage. And Marduk definitely feels that as, like, your shovel kind of, like, smashes through, like, some of his bone. Which does, like, get reformed by, like, this kind of, like, lightning energy flowing throughout the temple. And it looks to you and goes, impressive little one. Mayhaps I'll slay you last.
I'd like to not be slayed at all, and then she's gonna attempt to try to like hide from this dragon.
Roll it with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Because he is kind of the temple.
Yeah, that's fair. Wow. Alright. It's the same number on both die. So it becomes not a great roll, but maybe. 23.
Okay, 23.
Yeah, very middling as far as stealth checks
For
go.
what she could roll, yeah.
That will pass.
Okay. So I think she just like hides behind like a shadowed out area of the temple. And like she's kind of like trying to control her breathing the best that she can. So
I was saying instead because like he's got like this awareness like that extends throughout the temple. You kind of get the feeling that it's like actual like parts of the temple, so you can hide it. Like there are like crates and stuff that look to have been like gear that was meant to be moved around.
Okay.
And that does not count as part of the temple.
Okay. She hides in a loot box and is trying to control her breathing, and all of the years of her training is like running through her because she's fighting a fucking dragon. And I think that's Leah's turn.
All right. Speaking of fighting a fucking dragon, everyone make a dexterity save.
Including Leah?
Did you move out of the radius of? Oh wait, hold on. Let me see.
I don't.
Oh,
they moved
actually, hold on.
I don't know where the crate of loot would be.
I mean, you said shaded areas. We moved you over to a shaded area.
Yeah, somewhere within 30-ish feet of a shade of the dragon with a crate of loot.
Instead of everyone making a dexterity save, everyone except for Leah needs to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Don't forget, you and Tart get to add +3 to this because of my aura.
Oh, right.
Well,
What is with my dice today? 14 for Tara, and then it's a 9 for Tart, so no.
And post
5.
5. All right. Tara, you just barely make it.
Oh,
All of you take 52 lightning damage.
Oh, cool,
And
that's easy.
Tara takes half as much.
I also have resistance against lightning damage.
So you take 1/4 of that 52 lightning damage. How much HP does Tart have?
Not
When
50
it's full?
something.
I mean, when it's full.
I think he actually would still be okay because he would also have resistance to lightning.
Oh yeah, you would have that, wouldn't you?
Yes. No, it's 3 times the fire level.
Oh.
So it would be 5 times, so 45. So no, Tart actually still up.
And that brings it to Tara's turn. As Marduk blasts a huge fucking ray of lightning at you and your compatriots. Just really crackling y'all up with that lightning. He looks to you with like glowing blue flame in his eyes as they narrow on you.
Tara narrows hers at him as well.
He narrows his eyes harder.
Just a squint off, like.
Does he even have eyes? How's he doing that?
Tara is gonna cast elemental weapon on her bow, and then that'll be her turn, and then actually she'll spend her bonus action to command Tart to go over and do a distracting attack on Marduk.
Alright. It's Marduk.
Marduk. Come on, Tart. I don't know what this dragon's AC is. Nat 20!
Not that.
Jesus fucking Christ. What are all the crits on my dragon?
So 19 damage from Tart.
19 damage.
Distracting attack, so Marduk will have disadvantage on all creatures except for Tart, and Post will have advantage on his attack towards him.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Tart's just up in his face, like biting at his face, like.
What about your arrow strikes?
I didn't do any arrow strikes.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I just cast elemental weapon, and that's a full action. I do not know why.
That is kind of weird.
It is really weird.
Well, you'll do more damage like that. Did I give you like a modified version of elemental weapon or something?
Yeah, that has to be water.
It has to be water.
Oh,
She also didn't have access to spells prior.
that's true.
But yeah, so that's it.
Tart bites at his ankles and is like kind of like shaken loose as Marduk looks upon Tart and goes, "Disrespectful little one." And that's Post's turn.
Post will obviously full retreat. No,
Well, bye.
you guys got this. Nah, he will barrel up, and as he hears Marduk say disrespectful little thing, he'll just run up and shout, "His name is Tart!" And I will, with glowing energy in my hammer, try and beat the fuck out of him.
Alright.
His full name's Tartarus.
Yeah, but I don't know that you've said that in front of him.
When I first introduced him, his name's Tartarus.
Okay, fine. Then he shouts out, "His name is Tartarus!" And you said I have advantage on this because it's distracted?
Yes.
Excellent. Love that. Love that for me. Well, unfortunately, I have to break the train of crits.
Yeah.
Though I do have a second attack, so who knows. But I'm going to assume that a 16 on the die plus 8 will hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
All right, cool. Good to know that this thing's AC is less than 24.
We know it's less than, yeah. Wait, yeah, that's what I rolled earlier.
Yeah, you don't have any
We have not
idea.
narrowed it down
You
beyond
guys
that.
have no
narrowed it
idea what your
down.
AC what his AC
We've had
is.
2 crits and then
Yeah, I forgot.
pretty decently high, so we don't fully know yet.
I'll just go ahead and do my second attack, too.
I've
so
been
I can
doing aimbot hits.
do the damage altogether. Second attack is a 22.
That will also hit.
Okay.
Remember you add
We
Tart's,
narrowed down a little bit more.
remember you add Tart's command die as well.
Oh, what's his command die?
D8.
And, I'm going to go ahead and add some smites onto both of those.
Go for it.
So,
And you get like an extra, like, what was it, like D8 or what have you for like,
an extra
undead?
D8 because undead.
Yep.
Okay. And you said his command die is a D8?
D8, yes.
It's going to be a lot of D8s. Okay, so let's see. So
Lord dice.
I have the 2 for the initial attack. Ah, I love that sound. 55 damage.
You smash into him with your blackened hammer of exile. As Heckle, just like in a feigning attempt to make you feel not cool in this moment, is like, "Oh, your dad probably could have hit him harder or something. I don't know, man. I won't acknowledge that was cool.
Yeah, see, even you can't diss that one.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you." All you guys just see Post yelling "fuck you" at his hammer with more intensity.
I mean, they know what's up. And then as I like lay into this fucking dragon, I will then also like place my hand on Tart's head and say, "And he is a very good boy," as I will use a bonus action to give him Shield of Faith.
Ooh.
So Tart gets +2 to his AC.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Oh,
good,
nice.
because he's in flying form. He's very squishy.
Yes, no, I was originally going to give that to you, but then you did a distracting strike, so I was like, probably Tart.
So that's 15 now. You said +2?
Yeah, +2.
Alright, so it's 15 now.
That's all. That's my whole action economy.
Very good. So we're doing some pretty chunky damage to our dragon boy here as it comes back around to Leah.
Great. I'm gonna try to hit it again. I'm hidden, so I still get advantage.
Also, there's 2 of us right up by him, so you would get it
Yeah,
anyway.
you get it regardless.
Yeah, true. 21.
21 will hit.
Okay.
All right, we're narrowing it down.
We're narrowing it down.
We still don't know the lower ends of it,
Yeah,
but we
we
know
don't
the
know
higher
the lower
ends.
end. But it's below 21.
Yeah, and then coming all the way down from 125 or whatever the fuck the first amount of damage was, we get down to 22 for the second hit, because that was a lot of ones.
Abysmal.
Abysmal.
Shameful.
So shameful.
So she pops out of this loot crate. She throws this the shovel. Hammer. She throws this shovel.
That's my thing. Fuck off.
The shovel like pings off of its like forehead, and it like looks over to you, Leanne, and goes like, "There you are, little coward.
Coward but currently alive. And she's gonna try to hide again.
Not for long.
Different loot crate.
Roll it."
Oh god.
And again, disadvantage. Like
Yeah, I
you have to
know.
find a not the temple spot.
Find it, not the temple.
Not the temple spot. I don't think that's gonna do it. That's only a 16.
You hide behind what seems to be another loot crate, but it's actually just like in the recesses, like little like cubby that's meant for like gear, but it's part of the temple, and Marduk is fully aware of where you are.
Just move me further up into the temple, so I'm still close by enough to you guys. Yeah.
Towards Marduk?
Yeah, towards Marduk.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, that's good, yeah.
Stay further in. I don't know how much further. No, Leah does not like being all up in there.
Yeah, about to say, that's kind of me and Tart's thing.
Now it's further into Marduk's territory there. And that brings us back to Marduk's turn. Let's see, who's within 5 feet of Marduk right now?
That would be me and Tart.
Alright, you're both going to take, as a effect of his elemental aura,
Oh,
7 damage.
would that be 3 for Tart
That
because
would
lightning?
be, that'll be 3 for Tark, 'cause it's going to be
Okay.
halved. Then he starts his actual stuff.
Probably should have thought about that.
Now, first,
Roll for breath.
let's
weapon.
see if we get that breath weapon back.
Please no,
No.
We do not.
Oh, thank God.
Yay. because that could kill me.
It is not fun.
He starts to try to essentially spin his engines back up, but doesn't quite have like the breath weapon like back up to snuff yet. But seems unbothered as he flexes his claws and clamps his jaws. And he's gonna start with a big bite, aimed over at Tart. I'll begin with you. Now he's got a +2 to his AC, so let's see. That's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty, and that will be 20 damage.
Oy, 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 oy. Oof.
Still there.
He's still there.
And claw time. He gets a multi-attack. He's gonna get his bite. He's gonna get 2 claws. He's going for Tart again. That's gonna be a 21
That hits.
on that.
Probably gonna do it.
Probably, yeah.
Not as bad. 16 damage.
They still gone.
That's more than the 3.
Yep.
Once again, how much HP did Tart have at full?
45.
45, yes.
45. When Tart kind of pops away, I don't know how we've like described it in the past. Wait, does a little pop. But this time there's like a little like mist of like the magic that like kind of like brings Tart and moves him around in the area. Probably something you guys haven't been able to see before, but it was more like alive in this temple. And though he has no lungs, Marduk breathes in a deep breath
Oh no.
and breathes
Oh,
the mist
no.
into his body.
What?
So one more time, how much HP did he have at full?
No.
One more time.
No.
One more time real quick.
We're gonna kill this
One more time
fucker.
real quick. How much HP did he have at full?
You heard us.
I actually forgot because I was busy like
You
thinking about how bad you're
motherfucker.
gonna be.
45.
45.
45.
As he heals for 45 HP.
You're gonna cough up that boy.
I don't think I'll be coughing up anything, except in maybe your bones.
You'll be coughing up blood, you bastard!
Yeah, but then this happened, and he does his last claw attack on post. That's another dirty 20.
God damn it. Yeah.
18 damage.
Okay. Post is looking toasty, but he's still up.
As Marduk finishes his onslaught and snorts Tart. Snorts Tart. That's what we're sticking with. He snorted Tart. You see some vitality return to his old bones. Literally. Oh no! Tart, it's your turn. Do the big mad.
Good thing you saved that action surge.
Seriously. Bonus action, apply a +2 to my next shot with my marksman's hat, and then take a shot at this guy. And I'll add my sharpshooter ability onto that. So with the all the pluses, I only have a -1 to my hit, so that'll still be just a +8 to that. So, I love this marksman hat. It's really good.
It does seem to be putting in work.
It does put in work. 14.
14? That's not quite going to do it.
Ugh.
Okay, so we do have more of a range now.
14 to 21.
All right, second shot.
Your arrow finds purchase, but plinks off of his thick
Tara's like
bones.
initially very upset. She's still very upset.
You're feeling out of hate, but you're not letting the hate flow through you.
Tara's usually not a very hateful person.
Well, most people don't snort your baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Your words.
I don't like that phrasing.
Blame Drew. He's the one who said snort.
You added the baby, which made it very weird.
God. 15.
15, unfortunately, will not do it.
Action surge.
All right, we're narrowing it down. We're narrowing it down. 15, 21. 15, 21.
It's somewhere in there.
My dice are not cooperating with me today.
And they're telling a story. Tara's heart is filled with rage, and it
It's-
affects her aim. Tears in her eyes. The arrows that fly through the air.
You'll get it. We believe in you. Oh no. Oh.
Damn.
Tara starts like initially like she's firing off these arrows, but like tears are welling in her eyes, and she's just so angry.
Unfortunately, your arrows do not find purchase within the body of Marduk, the great blight of the storm. Post, that is your turn.
So obviously, just gonna do some more attacks. Oh, that's 19 on the die. That'll hit.
Yep.
And then second attack. Oosh. Probably not that one. Yeah, no, that's only 12. That'll miss.
Yep. I think you're also a little emotional, less emotional than, Tart's mommy.
Yeah.
I remember that I owed Tart a nose bite, and I planned to allow him to collect. So yeah, that'll be the one. Only a first level smite because I don't have any more second level spells. And then he's undead, so I still get that. I'll remember my plus to damage this time. 22 damage.
He takes that as he's clearly been taking like a fair amount of damage. It's not like there's some sort of circumvent to it. You're getting a feeling of him being a big chunky boy, some manner of dragon, a dragon of some kind.
Yeah, so then as a bonus action, then I will Shield of Faith on myself.
All right, you got that shield of faith up.
Just ready to try and just tank whatever I can.
Leah,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn.
Leah runs over. She's gonna bonus action dash because she's kind of like watching this. She's aware that the dragon has clocked her. She's just like, yeah, whatever.
Its eyes follow you the entire time you run across.
She's like, whatever the
It
fuck.
basically is the temple.
Yeah. She's like, whatever the fuck. It's the entire temple. The fact I got away with it once is amazing.
Honestly, I did not expect to like put in a mechanic for Leah to like be able to hide. I expected to be like, oh, sorry, this doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? There's crates.
Obviously, this dragon's a gamer, so there's loot boxes.
Seriously.
Leah puts a hand on Tara's elbow and she's like, the bones. Just think about how much Tot likes them. You've got this.
She doesn't really say much. She's just like still so angry, but she tries to take a breath to calm herself down.
You've got this. This is everything that your family's legacy leads up to. We believe in you.
That thing is my family's legacy, and I hate
Not
this.
anymore. Make your own. And then Leah throws a shovel. And Post is up there, so she still gets advantage.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Lowering that range. We'll figure this out, damn it.
It's above a 15. We know that.
Somewhere, it's between 15 and 20.
It's probably like 18 or something like that.
27 damage.
And you chuck a shovel at it, it like planks off the plates of its bones, and it goes, I have suffered indignities at the hands of mortals before. This is not new. But who the fuck throws a shovel?
Me!
She does! And it's awesome!
You got this. Anyway, good luck.
You got this. I'm not staying nearby the dragon.
It's fair.
Too open, too open. Just makes me uncomfortable. That's my turn.
That moves on to Marduk's turn. And
I'm still within 5 feet. Yeah.
Ooh. Still within 5 feet, so Post, you're gonna take yourself 6 damage.
Okay, it's doable.
Now, his claw attack is likely gonna be more than 6 damage, but we'll see how that shakes out
Gotta
after
hit me
roll to
first.
hit. Alright, that's another dirty 20.
Meets it, beats it.
Ooh. No, I did not roll very well on that one. That one's just 7 damage.
Okay. Well, it was worse than the lightning aura. You were true to your word on that one.
Yep. Anyway, another claw.
Yep.
You got 2 of them.
Technically, he has 4. Those back ones are so far away.
That is a 25 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, now I rolled good. That's going to be 17 damage.
Oh, cool. As this thing claws at Post, he, like, gets pushed back by it and then looks over to Tara and just says, "You can do this. I believe in you."
Post!
And falls unconscious.
Post is down. And with the... Oh, I forgot to roll for his breath weapon. Hold on.
Yeah, you could have killed me worse.
Doesn't get the breath weapon back, so that's nice.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And with still having a bite attack left, he doesn't fly. He kind of like... This is the first time that like you've seen him like actually take motion. He am still bones and doesn't move in like a full like normal way. There's also the fact that like he kind of is the temple. But when he moves, he kind of like separate, like the bones kind of like separate and fly along like streaks of lightning to their new location.
Oh shit.
That's really cool, and I hate that it's cool.
I hate that it's cool.
And he passes in front of you, Tara, and looks as though he is about to strike you. But instead,
What?
he strikes toward Leah.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, that was... fucking reach.
Hey,
You got the long necky.
fuck all the way off.
Let me think of that. I don't think I will. But you know, it's been a long time since I've dined on rabbit stew. And I'm gonna roll a hit.
I'm a Harangon, damn it!
Also, does he have broth?
You're dead.
I didn't say that as Post.
21.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, that will be 14 damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Alright, so that's halved to 7.
Yeah.
Alright, then that is 7 damage. And that is the end of Marduk's turn. Tara, that's you.
I think Tara sees like Post go down. She gets even angrier at this stupid skeletal dragon, but she, as much as she would love to just shoot it right in his stupid fucking head, she thinks back to the lessons of the trials with the, especially with the one with Post, with the trial of Brawn, and she puts her arrows away or bow away and starts making it over to Post to try and get him back up. I know it'll provoke opportunity attack, but
It will provoke opportunity attack. As looks like you run off, the dragon will like swipe one of his back claws at you. We'll just call that a claw attack.
yeah,
Just kick at you.
Do a little kicky kick, like a kitty cat.
yeah.
That's only a 19.
Only?
His bonuses are pretty good.
No kidding. That hits.
It's gonna be 16 damage.
Ugh. Ouch. Ugh. Like, Tara lets out like a bit of a shriek, but just continues forward. And she'll pop a greater healing potion into Post's mouth.
Oh, thank fuck. How much is that?
Potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, I'm back up to 14.
Ooh, 14.
You might survive one hit.
Back in action.
Yep. And then I'll bonus action second wind for myself.
That's very good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 1d10 plus fighter level.
And that'll be, well, it was originally going to be Leah's turn, but now Post is back up, so Post.
Well, technically, it would have been my death save, but...
Yeah, it would have been your death save, but...
Yeah, I regained my consciousness and just looked at Tara and say, "You did it!" And then I look up past you, see his like, "Oh!"
Not that strong, Post. He's still a giant skeleton dragon.
You know what? That's fair, that's fair.
And Leah's face to face with this dragon. She's like, oh, fuck.
Is Leah facing it?
I can see where you are, little rabbit.
She's trying. Now go hit the damn thing.
As you wish. And Post is going to actually, before he runs up, he's going to use Searing Smite. Just to add a little bit of extra fun to this one.
Alright, add that pizzazz.
I am running dangerously low on spell slots, but we'll worry about
We
that
run
later.
up in there?
Run up in there.
Ooh, alright.
That's fine. I know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll my 2 attacks. Fuck. Yeah, no, they both miss. The beggar of the two was a 14.
That's not gonna do it.
No, it's not.
You're still you're back up and you're real fucked up. Like you're so fucked up and you're just like you're swinging the hammer and then like it does hit, but you can't muster enough force to like do any pain to big bone dragon.
My hammer is just red hot now, and it's just gonna stay that way for a bit.
And Heckle goes just like, honestly, like, in this moment, I don't think I need to say anything. I think the moment speaks for itself as
Then
far as...
shut up.
I mean, you shut up.
No, you. Fuck you.
You shut up. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Both stop arguing with your goddamn hammer!
We're
Leia.
gonna use my turn.
Leia, it's your turn.
Cool. Bonus action, disengage. I'm trying to get the dragon to follow me. Now that she's aware that it's like, I haven't eaten a rabbit in a while, she's like, well, see if you can catch me first. She's gonna disengage and try to get it to chase her across the hall. Yeah, so she's gonna run down the hall and be like, well, you have to catch me first if you want to eat me. Ugh. And she's gonna try to throw a shovel at it from the position that she's at, since it's a big-ass dragon. I assume she has some way to see it.
No, you could definitely see parts of it.
Yeah,
I'm still have advantage because I'm right there.
yeah.
I also imagine as you say you have to catch me if you want to eat me, like Tara and Post also like.
Yeah, all those,
Leah.
Work on that.
I don't know why you guys are making it gross. Like, I clearly intend to consume her for nutrients.
Still weird.
You're a skeleton! Where would it go?
Don't body shame me.
You're trying to kill us. Fuck off.
Yeah, but I'm not problematic about it.
Arguably. You're snorting babies. That's quite problematic.
16 plus 8 does hit. That's 24.
Yep, that'll hit. Confirmed, does hit.
Can confirm. Does hit. 19 shovel damage.
19 shovel damage.
And, does Leah sense the presence of any underwater garden creatures down here?
Roll the d20 3 times and take the lowest of those 3 times, because you are underwater in a temple that was pretty much like preserved by magic, that like the ocean being that you were in contact with was not able to see inside of, which meant there was no ocean shit going on inside of the temple.
11.
No.
Honestly, the fact that you allowed a dice roll is generous in itself.
I was like, if you roll D20 in a row and take the lowest of those 3, and it's just like, it's somehow a 19. I'm like, you know what? The dice hate me, and they want this to happen.
Listen, I had to...
They have a story.
I had to ask. We're getting our shit handed to us. Anyway, that's my turn.
It is Marduk's turn.
Anyway, that's how I'm helping.
Well, Post, you know what has to happen.
It chases after Leah.
Well, before any of that,
Oh, yeah, right.
your favorite song. It plays with the soothing tones of 6 damage from its elemental aura.
Less than 14.
Yeah, no, it is.
And Marduk looks around at all of you. And it kind of huffs. Well, he kind of huffs. He goes, is this truly it? You, Tara!
What?
Is this truly it? Is this the best you can do?
I think that kind of rattles Tara a little bit.
I'm bored, little Stormlight. He breathes out into his hand, and a glowing, like, mote of blue magic appears in his hand. And he holds it. It's like a little orb. And you can, a la the previous challenge where you knew him with, like, shocking accuracy, you know this mote is effectively tart. And he goes, I'll allow you a kindness. You will, along with the rest of your family, strike from yourselves the name Stormblade. I'll give you back this little thing. And I want your friends. I'll keep them here to keep me company. You may leave, little Craven. What say you? And that is where we'll end our tale for now.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening, and make sure to stick around until the end for some unique bloopers. A very big thank you to all our incredible patrons. Your support directly helps us create more fun content for your listening pleasure. If you'd like to become a patron to support the show, check us out on patreon.com/agentsofdamned to gain access to things like our patron Discord channel, our peek behind the screen episodes where we decompress after each session, our special bonus episodes where we might reveal more plot about our NPCs or just play other fun TTRPGs, and our patron shoutouts each episode. Speaking of, thank you to Eymbr for being a veteran operative. If you'd like to hang out with the cast, join our Discord linked in our social medias, or follow us across the internet, Drew can be found at Liger000, I can be found at Greekachu, Jordan/Hoshi at Pokechap, and Chelsea at Little Black Feather. The show handle is at Agents of Damned, at Agents of D, or at AOD, depending on the site. But honestly, with the state of social media, if you'd like to interact with us, the best way is through our Discord. Anyway, until next time, bye!
Alright, you guys can talk amongst yourselves while I do math.
Tara, do you want to play Dragon Chess?
No!
I don't actually say that.
Now is not the time for dragon chess.
I don't actually say it.
What's wrong with you, boss?
Fuck off.
I'm not playing chess while trying to fight a skeleton dragon!
Seriously, is the golden one okay?
I don't know!
Why are you guys continuing a bit? I said 11.
Because it's
'Cause
funnier
it's
that
funny.
way.
One day you guys will roll below a 20 to try to hit my things.
I have.
Have you?
Yes, I've had some dog shit rolls before.
But I mean, like today.
Oh, today, no. We've been whooping your ass. Hey, at least I didn't crit.
That's true.
If I had
That first Leah crit was wild.
if I had crit, I may have actually done Liam damage.
That would have been insane.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I just realized.
Giant undead lightning dragon.
Yes. It is undead.
You're welcome. Where's my math app?
The calculator?
The calculator?
You heard me.
I mean, what is a calculator but a math app?
I mean,
I've just never heard it put that way before.